In folklore, there has always been a dragon. It is the leader of the scales, good at changing and can call the wind and rain. And today's story is about dragons. Without further ado, let's start the story. In Buzhuang Town, Weifang City, Shandong Province, there used to be a dragon temple. It is a dragon temple, not a dragon temple, not a dragon king temple. Why is this temple called the dragon temple? It is said that it is because there is a dragon corpse. A real dragon corpse. Because the history of the dragon temple is long. How this dragon corpse came to be, it is quite controversial. Some people say that before Buzhuang, there was a big merchant doing business in Laizhou. He saw the dragon corpse from a fisherman by the sea, knowing it was a sacred object. So he bought it at a high price, built a temple in Buzhuang to worship it. Some people say that this dragon lion, when the people of Buzhuang were dredging the river, they dug it out from the ground. The latter is more convincing. According to the description in historical documents, the dragon and lion are crystal clear and extremely hard. It actually looks more like a fossil of a dragon. It was placed in a box made of golden namu and covered with yellow silk. It is rare for ordinary people to see it. In 1937, the Japanese occupied Weixian, which is Weifang today. When a small group of Japanese soldiers went to the countryside, they found the dragon temple and found the dragon lion enshrined in the dragon temple. The leader of the Japanese knew that the dragon lion was a treasure and wanted to take it away. But at this time, the nearby people knew that someone had broken into the temple, gathered in front of the dragon temple to watch. Although the Japanese were fierce and had guns, but there were only a few of them, so they were hesitant. The leader saw the dragon lion was 5 or 6 meters long and extremely heavy. He thought that if they moved the dragon lion rashly, it might arouse the anger of the people. It might also damage this treasure. So the leader of the Japanese played a trick. Light the translator stammered to tell the onlookers that, saying that the dragon lion was of great research value, the imperial army planned to buy it at a high price. But he didn't bring much money with him, so he has to go back to get money. The Japanese said so, but actually wanted to go back and call for help. By the way, the transportation vehicle for the dragon lion, this could not be hidden from those with a little brain. The Japanese leader worried that once his men left, the people would hide the dragon and lion. So he left 3 Japanese and 2 guns to guard the dragon and lion in the dragon temple. Before leaving, the Japanese leader specifically asked the translator, threatened the onlookers, saying that the imperial army ruled everywhere now. If anyone dares to have ulterior motives, the imperial army will definitely pursue it to the end and kill them all. There was a scholar surnamed Zhang in Buzhuang, who was in his 50s and called Master Zhang. He was very prestigious in the village. After hearing the news that the Japanese occupied the dragon temple, he knew that the dragon and lion in the temple would be doomed. He was anxious. He gathered more than a dozen disciples, and his close friends gathered together to discuss countermeasures. They discussed for a long time and drank several pots of tea, but they could not come up with a plan that could and not sacrifice the people. Finally, Zhang Yi said with a sad look that since the doom is inevitable, Somona must make a sacrifice. In times of national crisis, I hate myself all the time. I only have a clumsy pen. I can't go to the battlefield to kill the enemy. Now the opportunity to serve the country has come. I am obliged to do so. I don't know all of you here. Is there anyone willing to go with me? Everyone asked Zhang Yi. What is your plan? Zhang Yi said. The Japanese stronghold is not far from here. If they want to transport the dragon lion, they must have horses and carriages. The carriage and horses from Weixian County to Longmiao Temple, it will arrive at the earliest tomorrow afternoon. I suggest before dawn tonight, we should send someone to the dragon temple. While the Japanese are unprepared, rush into the temple to kill the Japanese, and then quickly transfer the dragon and lion. Everyone here listened to Master Zhang. Silence for a moment. Somono told Zhang Yi that the Japanese have guns. I am worried that we act rashly. We lost the dragon and lion dance, but also lost his life. Zhang said there were several guns in the village, and there are many spears and short knives. We can get them now and use them. Although the Japanese weapons are powerful, but they are few. We can swarm them. They can't kill all of us. Among Master Zhang's disciples, there was a man named Zhang Shubo. Was not a good student and failed to pass the scholar exam. He farmed for a living. Zhang Shuibo stood up first and said, when he studied under the master, I always remember the great national justice. I always keep it in my heart. It is my honor to follow you to keep Longshui. I am willing to die, but I have a doubt. Although we are not afraid of death, but the Japanese are cruel. If they take their anger on our relatives and friends, what should we do? Zhang Yi said to prevent the leakage of information. As soon as we kill the Japanese, we should immediately notify the nearby people to take refuge in other places. The place where the dragon corpse is hidden, I have already thought about it. I will tell you then. Most of you are bowing your heads in thought and seem to have concerns in their hearts. Zhang Yi said that everyone here have old and young at home. In the face of disaster, have concerns. I can understand. Once the task is accomplished, you can all go to take refuge with your families. I'll stay. If the Japanese want to kill to vent their anger, I will be the first in life. I want people to know that. Besides the sour and flattering articles in others' eyes, literati can also serve the country with their lives. After Zhang finished speaking, most of the people here had made up their minds, and stood up one after another, and expressed their willingness to stand up to protect the dragon lion. Zhang Shuibo also told Zhang Yi he had several good martial arts brothers. They were loyal, and he was willing to invite them to do this together. Zhang Yi saw that it was getting late. He quickly discussed the details with everyone. Soon, someone went out to collect weapons. Some were preparing to transfer the farm's lifting ropes, and others prepared several gongs. Once the plan is done, the gong sound will be the signal to remind the villagers to go to the green curtain. Not long after, everything was ready. Zhang looked around, standing in the yard. Dozens of men holding knives, guns, sticks, and he was very excited, and he gave his family a few words. He picked up the lunchbox and led everyone quietly towards the dragon temple. It was already dawn. The Japanese soldiers were nervous all night. A Japanese soldier was lying there, leaning against the temple gate, while the other two were sleeping soundly in the temple. Several young men stood by the temple's wall. We can hear the snoring inside. Then Zhang Shuibo, who followed Zhang, said, "Sir, it seems that the Japanese soldiers are not prepared. If we deliberately deliver food and drink, they might be more vigilant. Why don't we just rush in and take them down?" Zhang thought for a moment, and nodded, and he signaled everyone to split into 3 groups. 1 step forward, 2 steps on both sides of the temple gate, and rushed in simultaneously. Zhang Yi just gave the signal. Zhang Shuibo rushed forward from the front first, and the people on both sides also surrounded him. The Japanese soldier on guard seemed to be sleepy, was leaning against the door and dozing off when he found someone approaching. Zhang Shuibo's broadsword had already slashed his neck without a word, and went to see the king of hell. Everyone rushed into the temple gate and slashed the 2 sleeping devils to death. Zhang shouted to ring the gong and told the villagers to leave. Everyone quickly disposed of the Japanese corpses and hid the dragon corpse in the village. The gong sounded loudly. Zhang commanded everyone, lifted the Namu box containing the dragon corpse towards the Jiaolai River to the east. After settling the dragon's mouth, Zhang bowed to the villagers who joined him in the uprising, and then asked them to leave quickly. Yevrion's eyes were filled with tears. All wanted to persuade Zhang to leave, but Zhang Yi insisted on staying. Zhang Shuibo wanted to stay with Zhang Yi, but was driven away by Zhang Yi. That evening, the Japanese army really arrived at the Dragon Temple to carry the dragon and lion. The Japanese spent a lot of effort. Many people came out, and 2 trucks came. The village was empty, and the Dragon Temple was empty. An old man with hunched back was sitting at the gate. "Who is Zhang Yi?" The Japanese leader asked the Japanese to search the Dragon Temple, but found nothing. He asked the translator to ask Zhang Yi, "Where are our people? Where is the dragon lion?" Zhang Yi said the dragon and lion were sacred objects, knowing you would touch it. Last night it suddenly turned into a living dragon, and swallowed 3 of you, and ascended to heaven. The local people were afraid you would be beheaded. They all escaped. The Japanese leader sneered. "Let the translator tell Zhang Yi that I have 100 ways, make you wish you were dead. If you know what is good for you, speak up." Grandpa Zhang sneered, saying he knew you were more cruel than wolves. "I have taken poison. I won't live for half an hour. The reason why I stay is to tell you, the divine artifact cannot tolerate your love. You should either get out of this land earlier, or die on this land." The Japanese leader was furious. He just wanted to order someone to tie Zhang Yi up. Zhang Yi had already fallen to the ground. The Japanese leader went to check, and found that Zhang Yi was bleeding from his 7 orifices. He died of suffocation. The Japanese spread out their forces and searched around for 3 days, but found nothing. So they had to return in vain. They were not willing to leave like this. They also set fire before leaving, burning down the dragon temple and surrounding villages. The dragon lion finally did not fall into their hands. After liberation, someone tried to find the dragon lion. They organized ships to search and salvage in Jiaolai River, but there was no result. Later, these activities were stopped, because someone said that, no matter where the dragon and lion were, he is always on the land of China. When will he reappear? It is fate. So there is no need to worry.